I've literally just had to tear myself away from Loaded on the Saturn, because I could have just sat here all day and played it, to be honest. And now we're on to Nascar 98, which I assume was released in 97. Yep. So yeah, basically a NASCAR game. 24 authentic cars and drivers, 11 official tracks, 6 fantasy road courses, head-to-head racing, season arcade and new custom racing modes, adjustable computer intelligence, intense racing action with popping roof flaps, emergency vehicles on the track, skid marks, screeching burnouts. And that's what it says on the back of the box. That is some grainy ass full motion video. Especially seeing as my TV keeps flickering today. One day I will start doing my videos on the big screen downstairs again. Basically just got some DJing gear in that room at the minute, or that area of the room. So alright, so just jump in, single race, one player, select track. I want a something with, so I guess they're not all ovals, which is nice to see. That one looks pretty sweet. So it looks like there's lots of things you can tweak. I'm not going to go into any of that. I'm just going to jump in with a bit of race action, see what we got. Not expecting much, to be honest, maybe a bit of a blocky mess, but Mario Andretti Racing, or just Andretti Racing on the Saturn, wasn't too bad. That was a pretty cool game, so maybe this uses the same engine and shit. We'll soon find out as we start. Whoa. Doesn't look great.
The green flag is out.
Oh, so that's brake. A to accelerate, B to brake. I thought that was actually like grass there. It's actually a wall, and I just hit it. Some redneck music playing, with fucking country trash. Quite a lot of pop-up on this game. I think what they've kind of tried to go for is Daytona USA, but with a more realistic, well, I wouldn't even say handling style. I'd say it's more realistic driver options with regards to, you know, configuring the car and shit like that. So, as you can see, the graphics, you know, textures are grainy. That shadow underneath the car is pathetic. The draw distance isn't very good. The handling is nowhere near. I mean, I've never driven a NASCAR car, obviously, but you know, driven a real car, and this doesn't feel very realistic, to be honest. Different camera views. I mean, it looks really bad in this first person mode here. You can really tell the graphics aren't great. What the fuck? Yeah, there's a lot of texture, like clipping and shit like that. That's a useless, absolutely useless viewpoint. Ooh, didn't expect that. Kinda hard to see with the type things in the middle of the windscreen. So yeah, just overall pretty boring, to be honest. Probably sold very well with the rednecks in America. Can't imagine it sold too many copies in the UK, mind. Although it was cheap, which suggests it's not rare, so somehow they must have managed to shift a few copies. Game options. Select car. We'll change the car. We'll have a bit of Bobby Labonte, whatever the fuck it is. We'll go for a standard looking NASCAR track. What car settings have you got? Transmission, tyres, spoiler, wedge, gear ratios. So all just related to just things that really affect downforce and top speed, basically. Pretty much what NASCAR's all about. If you've never watched NASCAR on Sky Sports, you should watch it. It's actually quite funny. People just like start fights and shit. Seen it where, you know, there's a guy literally racing his car.
The green flag is out.
Somebody pisses him off and that person pulls into the pit area, whatever you want to call it, the team area. The guy's still doing his laps, got like a lap to go or something. You know, when he does his lap, he just fucking gets out of his car and runs into the team area. Starts fighting with this other guy, and then the whole team start fighting. And you've got like people stood on top of the big support lorries, trucks and stuff, trying to get a better viewpoint for the fight, and they're all just fucking, it's just chaos. Beer barbecues beating each other in the face. That's what motorsport's about when it comes to NASCAR, basically. This car seems to handle differently, a lot differently. It's not sliding round the corners. Kind of a bit more how you expect a NASCAR car. You do call them NASCAR cars, or just call them NASCARs. I guess I call them NASCAR automobile. Now grab me a fucking beer. Go get my sister because I fancy some pussy tonight. It does look a bit better doing the oval. I mean, still the graphics look stripped back, but it look like it suffices for the actual gameplay to work. But it's just boring. And you got this tedious fucking music. I'm gonna fuck my sister tonight, I'm gonna fuck my sister. I'm gonna fuck my sister tonight, and then I'm gonna fuck my brother next. Oh, you run out of fuel as well. That means there must be a pit somewhere. Is this the pit? Is it like the never-ending pit, or is it just like a bit of the track that you can't go as fast on? The fuck? Pit. No. There's a fucking pit! Not that I actually need any fuel. What happens if you jam your brakes on? Oh, you can get it to spin around if you jam your brakes on. I don't fucking know. Yes, I want to quit it. Quit this shit. So yeah, pretty much NASCAR 98. It's got obviously championship modes and shit like that in it. 2-player split screen, although I'd hate to see what the fucking graphics look like in split screen mode. They must look fucking horrendous. Yeah, it's pretty boring. It's not good, but it's not bad racing actual game, but it's just boring. And it's not a good racing game, but if you're into NASCAR and the only console you can afford is a Sega Saturn, then go for it if you're that morbidly inclined.